You know, I gotta say, that bridge to that castle over there does not look structurally sound. There's no support beams. There's no guard railings. Oh, once Marth gets Osha on his side, whoever's in that castle is cooked.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey, welcome to Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem, the third Fire Emblem game, and one of my favorites that gets overlooked in the fandom a lot. People talk about, you draw when they're talking about Super Nintendo Fire Emblem, but Mystery of the Emblem always gets overlooked. Probably because people think FE12 is better because it's a remake, so it's gotta be better. I don't entirely think that's true. Fire Emblem 3, fun fact, before, I believe, Three Houses, was the most popular game in the series in Japan. Obviously in Japan, because it never came out in America. This game outsold Super Metroid. A game often considered one of the best Super Nintendo games, highly acclaimed. It outsold Super Metroid. Now, you could remark that Super Metroid didn't exactly sell the greatest, but, I'm pushing an agenda, and I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up with that talk. So, Fire Emblem 3 is actually really neat, because it has an entire remake of Fire Emblem 1 caked in. Like, a really solid remake of FE1. There are 3 ways to play FE1, and whether or not Shadow Dragon or FE3 is the best way to play it, up to interpretation. Shadow Dragon's definitely better written. I think FE3, it plays better. But that's neither here nor there. We are going to start with FE3 Book 2, which is the actual FE3. However, there's a lot of exposition that's about to happen. So I hope you enjoy hearing my voice. If you do, you're in luck. Whoa, look at those graphics! I did that bit way too soon before the text actually started scrolling. After 5 long years, the Great War with the Delunian Empire, which caused much suffering and was later called the War of Darkness, ended with the defeat of the Earth Dragon King, Medeus. I should let this text scroll up a bit. The warriors who had gathered under the Fire Emblem returned to their homelands, and to restore the lands from devastation, used up much strength. Lovely weather we're having. Among the countries that once made up the 7 kingdoms of Arcanea, Gra and Grust were ruined. Altia, Arulis, Macedon, and Talus were also deeply scarred. Even the Grand Kingdom of Arcanea was undergoing restoration. Then, at the royal capital Pales, which was still shaken by the war, an important event occurred. King Arulis' younger brother, Hardin, married Princess Nina and ascended as the 24th king of Arcanea. After becoming king, Hardin, although seemingly reluctant, instantly restored the country. He gathered many soldiers to create a powerful army. Following that, he declared the restoration of the Holy Empire of Arcanea and declared himself emperor. Oh, that's never a problem. When have emperors ever been a problem? 1 year after the end of the war with Deluna, the world seems to be entering a state of peace. But the wheels of fate appear to have a fault. Oh, thank God we're through with all that exposition. Now I can actually talk and make jokes and think about things. Chapter 1, Grustian Exposition. 1 year has passed since the War of Darkness ended. Thanks to the efforts of Prince Marth, the kingdom of Altia, devastated by war, finally begins to stabilize. The knight Jagan, who succeeded the ill Maladus, became the prince's tactician and helped him rule the what? Country. By his side. I can easily just... Afterwards, Princess Sheeta was welcomed to Altea, and her marriage with Prince Marth was announced. The citizens of Altea were happy for the pair's fortune, and Sheeta was passionately welcomed to the country. However, nearing the day of the wedding, a letter suddenly comes from the Imperial Palace of Pales, containing an imperial order. Dear Prince Marth of Altea, at the Kingdom of Grust, occupied by Arcanea, a huge rebellion has broken out. I request for your country to subdue Grust. Your Highness, please, send Altea's full army immediately to quell Grust's rebellion. Love, Emperor Hardin. The Kingdom of Arcanea is the Caesarian? Stop using big words I don't understand. State to Altea, and its orders must be followed. The helpless Marth orders the Knight Cain to protect his kingdom. And he leaves, along with Jagan and the others, to an exposition to Grust. Woo! Alright. We finally got through all that dialogue. That was a lot. But now we can actually play a video game. And what Fire Emblem would be complete without starting with a bunch of random axe dudes? Alright. Finally. More dialogue. Jagan, we finally arrived. Is that the Rebels' fortress? I just saw the Occupation Army's commander, General Lang. You should ask him directly. So, you are Lord Marth. Currently, the situation is relaxed. We have already subdued most of the rebels. All that remains is this fortress. Since you are here, I will leave the job of defeating the rebels' leader, General Lorenz, to you. Huh? The leader of the rebels is General Lorenz? Why would he rebel? There are many reasons someone could rebel. Usually... I don't know where I was going with that. I, started talking before I formulated an actual joke, and then realized I didn't have anywhere funny I was going with that, so I'm just gonna bail. No, I don't know why. But it is a fact that he is hiding Grust's prince. He's probably dreaming of restoring the Kingdom of Grust. What a fool. He really thought his rebellion would be victorious. Lord Marth, you will kill Lorenz and bring back the hidden Grustian royal children. We will leave this place to you, and pursue the escaping rebels. We must show those Grustian fools the consequences of opposing us. General Lang, what are you planning to do? I don't know. Probably kill them? I'm going to hunt the rebels. What do you mean by that? Come on, Marth. Look at him. Does that look like a good person? He's a bald old man. And as JRPGs have taught us, bald old men are evil. Which makes me really scared for my receding hairline. If you want to know, I am going to slaughter the families of the rebels. Then, we will burn down any villages that harbored rebels. That will stop them from contemplating rebellion again. I can almost see the tears on the faces of those fools. What? How can you be so cruel? There's nothing wrong. I like how he stuttered. Lang's a whole bitch. You'd best follow my orders and not think about things too much. Simply conquer kingdom and then don't question it and then conquer next kingdom. What? Of course not. Then you'd better listen to my orders. Oh no, he was yelling there. Then you'd better listen to my orders. Lord Marth, don't think too highly of yourself. In my eyes, you are just the prince of a weak country. With its power, Arcanea can destroy your country at any time. Don't forget about this. Jagan, what's going on? Why is Hardin handed over this country to such a man? General Lang was once a noble of Arcanea. However, in the previous war, he supported the Delunian Empire. I heard that he stole from other people to add to his own wealth. I fear he has continued his ways at Grust and caused suffering to its people. So General Lorenz's rebellion is completely understandable. Jagan, how can you say things so casually? If we don't inform Hardin of the truth, more innocent people will be killed, and people die when they're killed. Your Highness, I understand your feelings. However, Lorenzo's rebellion is a fact. First, we must see how we can help him. Basically, we should listen to what the citizens have to say, so we can affirm what has happened to this country. Then, Your Highness can talk to General Lorenz personally. But the rebels don't know that we're from Altea. Can we reach the fortress safely? Don't worry, most of the rebels have already fled. All that remains is Lorenz and the children in the fortress. Blocking our path are only bandits, who have taken advantage of the confusion. Right! What's in front of us are the evil people who don't deserve to live. We should feel no guilt over their merciless slaughter, because they are innately more evil people than us. You can order Ron to defeat them in one blow if you want. However, Your Highness, we have some fresh recruits in our army that could use some fighting experience. To them, bandits are relatively strong foes, so be careful not to push them too much. If possible, I would have liked to fight as well, but my body is not what it used to be. I will stay by Your Highness's side, as your tactician. Well, we should go. Alright. After all that, now we can actually play a video game.
Why are you telling me all this?
It's plot exposition. It has to go somewhere.
Man. I love this game. Let's immediately start with Draug. It is so funny that people, every time I make a joke on Twitter or something about Draug's name being guard spelled backwards, there's always a huge amount of people that are like, what? His name is guard spelled backwards? Like, people just consistently don't see the joke. And that is so funny to me. And apparently it's true in, like, every localization. Or if it's not specifically, like, the French or Spanish or whatever word for guard spelled backwards, it's some amalgamation. Like, his name always means some variant of to defend. Owie. So, FE3's gameplay is your typical Fire Emblem affair. Like, as you can see, we are riding across the world, coming up, stabbing people, shooting people, killing bandits the old-fashioned way. This 25-year-old SNES game kills bandits the old-fashioned way. There are a few reasons that I prefer this entry over FE12. And the big one is actually why, in some ways, I also prefer FE3 to Shadow Dragon. Even though Shadow Dragon is just significantly better written all around. And the reason for that is you'll notice that I'm attacking with lances. And I still have good hit rates. This is because the weapon triangle wasn't invented yet. So, lances don't get a penalty for fighting axes, swords don't get a penalty for fighting lances, etc., etc. This is really significant. Because there is no weapon triangle, the game is not built around it. Enemies are not positioned in such a way that they have, like, you are not given units to fight certain weapon types because that doesn't matter. FE11 and FE12 don't understand this. Specifically because Arcanea absolutely adores having lances. So any sword unit in Shadow Dragon is instantly made more difficult to use because there's just a fuck ton of lances late in the game. Though there are a fuck ton of axes early in the game, so, like, it kind of evens out. Like, it wasn't built to have the weapon triangle. And that is a problem. Alright. So, with that being said, there are a few other quirks to FE3. And just the way it's designed, albeit this is more a way that Arcanea in general is designed. God damn it, Cecil, I wanted to give that to Rhodey. Or, no, not Rhodey. Roderick. Right, old localizations had him as Rhodey. I was about to call him Prody, but that is someone from Vestoria Saga. That is not correct. However, what I was about to say is what's in this village. The deceased king of Grust had 2 children. Princess Yumina and Prince Ubello, twins of 13 to 14 years of age. The king was scared of Garneth, so he sent the 2 to Kadeen. I heard they were held as hostages and locked inside a dark room. When they were finally rescued by Wendell, they were on the brink of death. The bishop immediately took them to a monastery in Kadeen to take care for them. Alright. That's kind of the game going, hey. What? Ugh, I'm losing my mind. That's the game going, hey, they're magical. Which they are. After the previous war ended, Prince Nina handed over this country to General Lorenz and allowed him to freely rule. However, after Hardin became emperor, he removed General Lorenz's power and sent Lang's army here. Lang stole everything from us. Not just money, but also food, clothes, and even our loved ones were... if only General Camus was still here. Then we wouldn't need to fear Lang. Too bad Camus is dead. Definitely dead, and in no way, somewhere, anywhere else in the world. Yes. Anyways, what I was saying about this game is... Hold on, I need to visit this village. This country no longer has any young girls. The Imperial soldiers took them all away. Especially beautiful girls, who were all taken by General Lang. What kind of world has this become? Wow. It's almost like the game is really trying to hammer in the point that General Lang is a piece of shit, and General Lorenz is really cool. But wait, we're doing this for General Lang because he works for Hardin, and Hardin's a good guy. Wonder what that's all about. Anyways, as I was saying about this game, I need to visit this house. General Lorenz recovered the children from Wendell, hoping to raise them at Grust. When the Emperor found out, he ordered him to hand over the children. The general hid the children away because he feared they would be killed. Following that, he lost his power, and then Commander Lang came. In order to find the children, Lang performed many atrocities. Eventually, we rebelled because we could no longer stand him. But everything's over. The people of this country will all be killed by Lang. Damn, bro, that sucks. Anyways, as I was saying, let's visit this village. Oh, please spare this girl. She's just 10 years old. She hasn't even finished her training as a cleric. Don't worry, old lady. I like... Marth, please. You're known for being graceful and tactful. You can't just call a woman old like that. We're not going to take this child. Huh? Aren't you a soldier of the Empire? No. You've got the wrong idea. We haven't come here to fight. If you require anything, please ask. We have some food. Please, take it if you want. Just like Jesus, Marth has given his daily bread to his followers. Wait, please, take me with you. You're really only 10 years old? Actually, I have already become of age. But my grandmother lied for me so the soldiers wouldn't take me away. Well, I know if I stay here, I will eventually be discovered and captured by the Imperial soldiers. Lang's soldiers are like beasts, but you're different. You have very kind eyes. Please, take me out of this country into your own country. Is that alright, grandmother? Of course. You will be much safer compared to here. Young lad, I beg of you, please protect this girl. If you want, it would be no problem for her to become your bride. The same thing happens to Seliph. Something about blue-haired lords just get offered women left and right. Maybe it's the upstanding moral character. Or maybe it's the effeminate look combined with a really cool sword. Scientists are still in debate. This child, like me in the past, is a beautiful girl. She will definitely make a fine wife. Alright, glazing yourself a little there, Granny. Melissa, if this youth was to be your husband, you would be happy, right? Fuck, what's her actual... I'm using a bit of an old translation patch. Because I'm stubborn and don't feel like re-downloading any of them. I still have an FE6 patch that has, like, every single name wrong. It doesn't matter. Honestly, grandmother, it's far too early. Melissa doesn't know... Maisha. I think her localized name is actually Maisha. Alright. So, what I was actually saying. A few quirks of Arcanea I really like. The first one being that only Marth can, access villages. You have all these, like, really, really far-moving cavalry, but none of them can actually... Celise, you're level... You go to that armory. Actually, wait, there's a house there. You know what? I've done the joke of me cutting myself off explaining too many times. However, you can't just use your cavalry and then eventually your flyers to visit all of the villages easily. You need to actually balance things and have Marth himself go, which makes it a bit more interesting in my opinion. Just the way that the whole thing is designed. I quite enjoy it. It helps the map design in subtle ways, because the game can kind of force you to funnel Marth into a direction. And a lot of maps work with that. It also means villages can be really good for, like, Marth's character and him talking to people, because the game knows you have Marth there. It doesn't have to, like, wonder, oh, who is the character that's visiting this village, and give it generic dialogue. Some villages do just have generic dialogue, but a lot of them also know that Marth is there, which I think is really cool. Also, you might notice that Maisha definitely has, like, purple hair, but right there she has red hair. That's because this game reuses sprites from, like, FE1 and, like, generic sprites. So, Maisha, excuse me, is actually Maria. That's just a Maria sprite, or a Lena sprite. Certainly not a Reese sprite. Reese was removed from existence. I heard General Lorenz resided at Talos in his youth. At that time, Talos was not unified, and there were conflicts between the island tribes. The general helped a youthful chief unite the island. From that day on, the general and the chief, now the current king of Talos, have always been in contact. Aw, that's cute. You ever just help your friend overtake an island and establish a monarchy with him as the king? Ah, good times. Happened to my buddy David once. Alright. Gordon, kill him. Perfect. So, that's everyone. Now, this is admittedly a problem I have with FE3. Not in general, mind you, but with this map specifically. There is a mechanic in this game called dismounting. If you want to get across mountainous terrain, you'll notice none of my cavaliers can move across that tile. Except Iran, because he's promoted, and promoted people have special privileges. This is a problem, because in order to move over, all of my units will have to dismount, they'll lose stats, they'll lose movement, and they can no longer use lances, they have to use swords. That's why Roderick, Luke, Iran, and Cecil all have a sword equipped. In general, this is actually a good mechanic because you are forced to dismount in indoors maps. Because of this, cavalry and flying units, that if this were any other Fire Emblem game would be broken as all hell, aren't broken as all hell, because they have to lose stats and weapons when they go indoors. That helps mount, like, units that aren't on cavalry or a mount, like Draug, Ogma, Navarre, etc., be more useful when than the 9 movement goobers that I have running around. Anyways. Alright, let me think about this here. I want a javelin for you. I want to get an iron lance for Luke. And then another Iron Lance for Aran. Because I don't want him to have only that Silver Lance. He can do good for some variety. And then just another Iron Lance. Perfect. I've actually played FE5. Yes, I've played FE5. I've played FE3 Book 1 for the channel before. And that was a run where I played the entire game without spending any money. I should do another silly challenge run at some point. But I quite love this game. However, I will fully admit the dismounting thing is quite obnoxious. When it's in this map specifically. It's literally just this map is obnoxious. Because normally, you'll have, like, this map, this is the only way forward. At other points in the game, I don't want to give Aran a kill, but I might want to just to get that guy out of here. Like, leave. Oh, shoot, he doesn't actually kill. Oh. Shit, he doesn't actually kill. Anyways. And then Luke. I mean, I guess you can dismount. Alright. Like, in this map, everything is funneled in the middle there. And it's really obnoxious to try and, get through here. But thankfully, you really only need Aran and Marth. Once you get those two through, you're pretty fine. Just getting there. Owie. Oh, and another thing that I'll get to in just a moment. You'll notice how Gordon, like, archers literally cannot traverse mountains. Mountains are too much for sissy little archers, apparently. Because of that, your archers can't move across here. Your cavalry needs to dismount to move across here. Drow can't move across here. That's like 4... Maisha also can't move across here. Like, half your army cannot reach the final point of the level. It's kind of obnoxious. It seems the Empire's reinforcements have come. It's already reached this stage. Lord Ogma, I am deeply sorry for getting you involved in all of this. But, could you listen to one last request of mine? I was sent here by King Talus to help you. If there's anything I can do for you, please ask. Is that so? Then I ask of you, please send these children to Macedon. These children, Prince Eubello and Princess Eumina, are the children of the late King Grust. I have always been protecting them in secret, but that is no longer possible. If they fell into General Lang's hands, I bet he would execute them without question. Please, take these children to Wendell at Macedon. If you want it, Madon is Macedon. I'm auto-correcting an old translation. I understand. I will protect these two with my life. Truly? Thank you. Well, Prince Eubello, Princess Eumina, you will escape with Lord Ogma. No, I won't go. If we must escape, Lorenz will come with us too. Princess Eumina, I'm afraid I cannot leave. My body is in such agony that even walking pains me. So please, don't worry about me. You too must flee. Why must you say that? Lorenz, you fought to protect us. That's why you suffered such a heavy wound. What do you think those bandits are going through right now? Do you think they're watching this soap opera over there? Like eating popcorn from a bucket? So, Jim, you burn any good villages today? I set a house on fire. There was like 500 gold in there. Bought myself a new axe. See the Commanders last week? They beat the shit out of the Bengals. Anyways. How can you tell us to leave you? I will not go. I will not leave your side. What should we do, General? This is troublesome. Eumina will undoubtedly stick to her word. I apologize, Lord Ogma. You may leave. I understand. Then I will find another way to help you. I will find Lang and kill him. I will use my blade to send him to his grave. If I succeed, perhaps the nearby enemies will retreat. General Lorenz, you must live to see that day. Don't get yourself killed. I'm sure he'll be fine. Also, that's why Lorenz's stats are... Like, he has a broken weapon. Like, looking at him, his stats are actually really scary. 17 defense on a gate, but he doesn't have a weapon. Yikes. Alright, let's move Maisha up here. You'll notice that, like, the first option to come up for your turn is wait on her. I am looking forward to the moment I fuck up and end a turn with her standing in front of someone she desperately needed to heal. It's going to happen. Not a matter of if, a matter of when. Get him. Alright. I believe Roderick's gonna hit level 2 off this. Excellent. What do you got for us, baby girl? Strength, luck, weapon level. Fine by me. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Something that is not the case in other games in the series is the weapon level stat. It's another reason Arcane is pretty cool. So, even though Luke is dismounted, you'll see that weapon level there, he doesn't have a sword and a lance rank. He has a weapon level. And weapon level works across all weapons. So unlike Thracia, when you dismount, you're not handicapped into only using swords, and on top of that, only using swords at an E rank. You are allowed to use, like, good swords. You are handicapped into using swords. That part is true. But because of the weapon level stat, as long as you're leveling up, you aren't stuck using basic iron if you want to use a mounted unit indoors. You have freedom. Alright. Let's just kill this jobber. Got him. I also really like the animations and backgrounds in this game. In some ways, I actually prefer them to the U-Draw games. Alright, let's heal Iran. And then let's move him up, but don't have him attack. I don't want, because here's the thing. If I kill that guy with Iran, then all of these guys will funnel into Iran, kill him, and I'll just miss out on a ton of really nice experience points. And that's something I'm trying to avoid. You're gonna go after Marth. Cringe. And you're gonna go after Iran. This is also going to be cringe, but he should be fine. Owie. Alright. Alright. Now we mount. Now we attack and absolutely murder the shit out of this hunter. Simple as. And then Marth will just move right here. He'll attack this guy, but since he shouldn't be able to kill him, unless he gets a crit, yeah, we're good. Yeah, wow, oh wow, we're good. Now, only one jobber is going to be able to, like, actually hit him, so we're fine. And you'll notice that she also, like, no one can move through mountains. Not my healer, not my archers, not my Draug. Like, it's rough in these streets. But Roderick is mercilessly slaughtering a ton of thieves. So he's gonna get some experience in there. Absolutely perfect. Get him. And there he goes. Huzzah! Alright. And now we'll end. Excuse me, as long as Marth doesn't, like, crit and kill too many of them, and then get himself attacked a whole bunch, we're gonna be fine. Oh no, Aran doesn't even take damage. Hells yeah. Alright, we've outlasted all the thieves. You'll notice how I'm just stuck in this goddamn map. Like, I'm just stuck here. This game is great, but good lord. Could it, like... could really benefit from not having this first map in this goddamn funnel here. Like, I very easily this whole time could have taken care of this funnel by just... having Aran rush in and kill them all. But if I do that, I lose the experience. Like, look! With this level up, Martha's going to get skill, luck, and health. That's not the greatest. But you know what? We're going to be alright. Actually, I should probably go buy an iron sword for Marth. Like, I should do that before this map ends. So that I'm not just using his rapier, which is quite valuable. Well, time to stab a man to death. So, Roderick is going to be barely at, not level 3. That's fine, though. You know, that's fine. Is Luke able to? He is. Despite that, I think I want to hold off. Yeah, because if I put Luke in the middle there, he's just going to get swarmed and killed. Oh, hold on. An idea. The weapon. I need to... I'm so bad at this. Also, look forward to me messing up menu. Nope, not the iron sword. The iron lance. There we go. Wait. Weapon, equip, and iron lance. Alright. Shoot, I actually meant to move him forward. Alright. Just a cavalcade of errors. Oh no, we didn't outlast the thieves. Another one has offered his blood as sacrifice. Also, Marth is just dancing on these bandits. Just absolutely, like, simultaneously whipping and nay-naying. Just truly incredible. Alright, so, like, we know for a fact that hunter doesn't move. So, like, we can deal with that. Alright, Cecil, you've delivered your Quarry Mount. Wait. Marth, you just finish off this guy. That'll get you, I mean, not even close to level 4 or any level 5 or anything. But it'll get you some sweet, juicy experience. And now I have a vulnerary. Alright, Aran, attack, Iron Lance. You actually kill exactly with the Iron Lance. You gotta wonder if that's intentional. It probably is. Perfect. Ooh, Aran leveled up. What do we got? Holy shit, that's actually huge. Him getting more speed? That's incredible. Alright. See, now the happy music has started. Aran's gonna get another kill, but this was mostly because I was sick of being here. I essentially said Aran's going to get 2 kills if it means I get to go home. And now Luke is going to have this happen. Did I accidentally trade away his sword without noticing? No, he has it. I guess he just doesn't have it equipped. Anyways, mount, attack. Weapon, trade. Let's get that back. Attack, iron. And give Luke some experience. Oh! Oh, he got some experience, alright. Alright, Marth will almost be able to fight Lorenz. Huzzah! I only saw a glance of him, but that paladin, Aran, didn't look too good. In any case, if he continues fighting, it'll be difficult for others to improve. Ma'am? Ma'am? Have you considered not being so judgmental? He's doing his best here. But anyways. Enemy. They were just... How many thieves are hiding out in that cave? Like... Did you not think after the last 27 you sent out didn't kill any... Like, didn't come back alive? You were like, alright, send out David. Alright, send out Robert. Oh shit, Robert's dead. Send out Patty. Shit, Patty's dead. Send out Jess. Shit, Jess is dead. And like, at no point do they realize, maybe this isn't working. Alright, regardless, Roderick, my boy, my Bob, is now up to level 3. Skill, defense, HP. Sure. Wow. I didn't realize, if he didn't level up defense, he'd just be nothing but 6s. Huh. That's spooky. Hello, Lorenz. Lord Marth, it's you. Although I knew the enemy's reinforcements had come, and I didn't expect it was you. It is a shame that we must fight Altea, and fight against your highness. Please wait. Please, no, that's not how that should be said at all. Please wait. I don't intend to fight with you. From the citizens, I have discovered disturbing facts about the atrocities performed by the occupation army. I will inform Emperor Hardin about these facts. If I meet him, I will definitely be able to rescue Grust. So, please, put away your weapon. Marth, his weapon's broken. He doesn't really have a weapon. He has, like, a stick with the pointy part chopped off. Your Highness, I appreciate your favor, but that is impossible. Your Highness, you don't know a thing. You think that somebody like Hardin would send a heartless man like Lang here for no reason? He wanted to provoke us into rebelling, so that the kingdom of Grust would be completely destroyed and become ruled by the Empire. That is the reason he sent such a cold-blooded man here. What? Why would he? I cannot possibly believe that Hardin would do such a thing. I didn't expect you to accept the truth so quickly. However, since he has become Emperor, he has completely changed. He is no longer the Hardin your Highness once knew. Anyway, I believe we're finished here. However, your Highness, I have just one last request. In this fortress, Grust's royal princess and prince are hiding. Please save those children. If you can promise me that, I will have no regrets. Lord Marth, let's just say that in exchange for my life, these children, I will hand them in your care. He fucking explodes. General Lorenz! Could you? I do not know why he explodes, but he commits suicide there, or succumbs to his wounds, however you want to interpret it. Because he wasn't getting out of this anyway. So with his last breath, he's like, farewell. Literally.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
I'll miss him. Anyways, let's go win the map. You two are Grusts. Prince Ubello and Princess Yumina? Lorenz. He's dead. What should we do? Send my throat. You fiends! Don't come near us. Otherwise, we'll kill ourselves. No, you've got it wrong. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Ah, Lord Marth. You finally caught the rebels. How did you get all the way around there? General Lang. Wait, those children are innocent. Can you hand them to us? That isn't possible. Prisoners of war are to be taken to my castle. I must also execute them as soon as possible, so that other people dare not defy us. Ah, Your Highness, you must head immediately to Macedon. The Macedonian army has rebelled, and its princess appears to have been captured by them. Emperor Hardin has ordered that you go and rescue Princess Minerva. What? Macedon? I understand, General. If it's to rescue Princess Minerva, I will gladly go. But please, hand those children to me. I beg of you, General Lang. Don't be stubborn, Your Highness. When I said no, I meant it. Well, you two, come over here. Let go of me! Ubello, help me! What the fuck's he gonna do? You are, like, children being taken by an evil, bald man. Europeans wrote nursery rhymes about this. Your Highness, please calm down. If we fight with Lang now, we'll become traitors. On top of that, we currently don't have the strength to oppose Lang's army. But, Jagan, can we really give those children to Lang? Right now, no matter what, we must stay calm. If we go to Macedon and successfully rescue Princess Minerva, Macedon may be able to help us. Your Highness, please stay calm for now. Those children are being sent to their execution? Not a big deal. We've dealt with that shit before. We gotta get out of here first, boss man. Alright. The first chapter is done. Future chapters and episodes should not be this long, but I did have to deal with the opening text scroll. But, thank you very much for watching. Next time, we'll deal with... Whoa! Over here. I would, like, come up with a funny ending joke, but I've had to pee for, like, the last 10 minutes of recording, so I'm just gonna bail.